Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the stream. I just came back from my second shot. Oh, look, muscles. Not so much. Let's see if I survive this one. If I fall down dead, you know why. And if I don't fall down dead, you also know why. So I survived so far my second vaccine. I'm a little worried though. So many people are afraid of the vaccine, or thinks it's a bad idea, or thinks Bill Gates gonna get 5G into their butthole because of the vaccine. And I don't think any of those things will happen. Least of all the butthole thing. Good evening, Soloyo. Welcome. I just came back from my second shot. And so far I'm still alive. So far. So far. You never know. I don't know who else have gotten double shot, double espresso, double Pfizer. Like I was showing, this is where they got me, and I'm still alive-ish. So we're gonna celebrate this somehow. Not sure how though. Are we all ready for life to return to normal? Or are we not? Are we ready? Are we ready? for getting into the stratosphere. Just came back from my second shot. Still alive. Just kidding. Just got back. Just got back from my second shot. Not sure how long I will live. I just might survive this for a moment or two, or 3 or 4. I just might survive this for a moment or 2, or 3 or 4. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are still alive. I hope I'm still alive. So this is not just some kind of thermonuclear illusion that I can never understand, never withstand. Set the Phizers on stone. Set the Phizers. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Set the shot into my arm. I hope we are all intelligent enough to know that science can be really tough. Science figures out a thing or two, and that will benefit both me and you. Science is really hard. It's science is harder than you do. Science us very far. And science says 1 + 1 is 2. So, how's my favorite monkey buns and my favorite Zoloido? Are we all alive? Are we all enjoying this Wednesday evening? Set those Phizers. Set that Pfizer. Set that Pfizer. Set that Pfizer. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. That is most excellent.
Smeagol says that is most excellent.
Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone. Get the shot into my arm. Set those Phizers on stone.
bicky bum. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. Still alive, still I am. Still alive. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. Still alive, still I am. Still alive. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still
Oh, thank you, sir.
alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am. I got my second shot today, and I'm still alive. I am.
Anybody else still alive? Boom. Oh. Boom. 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 Okay. Let's delete that. Just get rid of that. Let's do something new. Something that celebrates the fact that we might live another week or two.
My Phizers are double stun. My Phizers. My Phizers. My Phizers. My Phizers. My Phizers are on double stun. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers are on double stun. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers are on double stun. They are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers are on double stun. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers are on double stun. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers, they are. Got a shot in the arm. I'm totally done. My Phizers double stun.
That sucked. I was shit. Let's delete it. Let's delete it. I delete everything these days. What's
Okay. So they tell me that they expel me into the science world. They stick a needle in my arm, it's kind of a charm. I'm gonna be the one who survives before. Gonna be warm, I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna say ding dong, I'm gonna have some fun. I can tell you what the reasons are now. I can tell you how many times I wanna try. I can tell you how much 2 + 2 might be. I think there's someone between the number 5 and 3. If you tell me, I will be the one to shine. If you tell me, I will be the one to shine. If you tell me, I will be the one to shine. If you tell me, I will be the one to shine. That's how life is. That's how life is. I can tell you how life is. I can tell you. We are singing about vaccines tonight. It's a way to make things right. It's a way to divide by 5. When Harry Potter was still alive, when Dumbledore could count to 5, when Severus Snape had a line. Why am I talking about Harry Potter stuff? I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I do not know.
I do not know, no, 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 no. I do not know. I do not know, no, 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 no. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. Are you part of the show? Or will you try to make it flow in down low Swedish way? This is so lazy and sloppy, I like it. Ah, yes. I wish I had a way to tell you. I wish I had a way to go. When the division by 0 is coming, I just want you to know I can tell you things that haven't happened. I cannot tell you stuff because I do not want to divide by 0. It's some kind of love. I wanna be the one. Oops. I don't know. This is not winning any awards.
boom. So far, I'm not feeling anything from the shot. I actually hurt myself a lot worse earlier today, doing literally nothing. I was picking some glasses off a shelf, and what's this on my arm? No, that's not the damage, that was ketchup. I was picking up some glasses on a shelf, and when I lifted them, I put my fingers in them and lifted in some weird angle, and I got such insane cramp in my arm. It's still kind of weird. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that happened, and I do not wish to relive that. asleep. I'm not gonna fall asleep.
I am not going to fall asleep, but I am slightly tired. It'll probably be a very short stream. I just wanted to show off that I'm alive so far. And not much else. too much hair. I don't have much hair anyway. So weirdly, when I cut it short, it looks like I have more, which is, it's an interesting, like, psycho-optical effect. Tired for this. You can see I sit here yawning like crazy. I've been working, doing a lot of stuff today, running all around town and shopping. I normally do like grocery shopping on Wednesdays, and now I had my vaccine booking, and I needed to do like 5 other things and blah 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 and all the things. Oh god, so I'm kind of tired. You know what? I'm gonna push this stream to 1 hour, which is 12 more minutes, and I think I'm gonna give up. I think. Hey, good evening. I'm sorry, I'm a little... Oh god, I sit here yawning. Oh yeah. It's not my intention to make you guys fall asleep, but I will probably go to bed soon because it's midnight here and clearly I'm more tired than I thought. God, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Lavol, where are you from? Oh, you did? What was it about in the news? Maybe something about recycling? Or something else? We're apparently famous for our recycling stuff. Or maybe something worse. Maybe my town exploded? If so, nobody told me. I was in town today, so I don't think it exploded. So now you have me intrigued. What was in the news? Hostage shit, wait, what? Really? What did I miss? Although, wait a minute. When was this? Today? There's not a prison near me, no. Not that I don't think there is, no. Wait, I'm reading news now. Oh, well, okay, it's not exactly near me. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, so there is, yes, Helgeanstalten. It's kind of a smaller prison thingy, but, oh, wow. You know, this might explain something. Okay, let's stop this. There was this weird thing that happened this morning.
Okay. You know, I clearly have not been watching the news. So I went into, like I said before, I was shopping today. And I went into town. My first route on my shopping spree was actually that I noticed when I was going to go shopping that my wife's car had a flat tire. It was like completely flat. And it was in the garage, so and she didn't notice when she drove into the garage, and I had been cleaning the garage. I suspected that, probably I dropped a nail or something on the floor and it was punctured on the wheel. And yes, it was. The tire was, I removed the tire, and yes, there was like a clip for one of these cable clips that apparently I dropped on the floor, was in the tire. So my previous old neighbor actually runs a tire fixer shop. So I called her and say, hey, can you fix a tire? And she was like, sure. And I was like, okay. So I drove there, and it's not a road I normally drive. And when I come at one particular spot, there's a police, not the police car, like a person on each side of the road. But there was no police cars near, and they were on each side of the road, and I think was a female police and a male police on each side of the road. And the road in this particular spot like goes up a little bit in this tiny little sort of hill, so you can't really see. And they were like standing like this, like on their toes, like trying to peek over this hill. And I was like, why are you guys standing here, and why are you peeking over this hill? And I had no clue, so I just drove. And further back, I met a police car coming the opposite direction I was going. So apparently there's been some drama in town. Interesting. But apparently it's over now. Helicopter. Wait. So they wanted an escape helicopter and 20 kebab pizzas. That is so Swedish, wanting kebab pizzas. Seriously, is this a joke? Really? They wanted kebab pizzas. They demanded pizza and 20 pizzas. Okay. All right. Well, now I have a topic for next song, for sure. Oh, God. Okay. Thank you for this interesting piece of information. So you remember me from the mp3.com days. What Do I remember you? Did you have some like artist name that I might remember you by? Also, I am old, so I don't really remember much about anything anymore. Pizza and a helicopter. I have to study this more. Let me see now. Oh, yes, the Christmas thing. I bring that the old thing up every damn year, so yes. I want a helicopter and 20 pizzas, and I'm gonna escape from this place. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas, and I will be out of your hair. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas, and I'll be out of your hair. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas, and I'll be out of your hair. I'm a very strange guy in some kind of prison in Eskilstuna, somewhere in Sweden. I'm taking hostages in a very strange way. My demand is such. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. You get hungry when you fly, you know. It's really high. The altitude sucks the marrow out of your bone, and you want to eat everything, oh my. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. I need to get out of this place. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. I need to get out of this place. And it's not just any other kind of pizza. It's not just any kind of pie. And it's not just any kind of pizza. No, it's the kebab kind. And it's not just any kind of pizza. No, it's the official kind. It's not just any bloody kind of pizza. It's a kebab pizza, oh my. Yes, give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. I'd rather have 20 helicopters and one pizza myself, I hate. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. I do not want to run. It's not just any kind of pizza. Yeah, I have a few toys in here. Give me helicopters and 20 pizzas. Gonna have some fun. Give me a helicopter, 20 pizzas. Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas.
kind I like.
Me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. They have to be made with kebab.
All the kind I like.
Me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. They have to be made with kebab.
All the kind I like.
Give me a helicopter and 20 pizzas. They have to be made with kebab.
All the kind I like.
Ta-da! The setup, you say. You want a tour of the setup? I can get you a tour of the setup. I just pushed the setup tour button. No, not exactly. And I grabbed my tour camera. So, up here, I have my Korg Monopoly 4-oscillator analog synth from approximately 1982-83-ish. Under this I have my Roland Juno 60, the warmest synth in the universe. Around the same time, 83-84-ish, somewhere around that. Down here I have a Nord modular, and under this I have, and that's from the 90s I think, and under this I have a Logan String Melody 2, the string synthesizer used by Jean-Michel Jarre. That's from 1977. Down here I have some rack-mounted stuff. It's a Roland MKS 50, which is an Alpha Juno in rack format, and the Syntechno TB303, which is a 303 clone. Here I have my Digitech Vocalist Workstation Mark II EX whatever, which is doing all the stupid voice effects.
When I sound like an idiot.
Or I wanna be Barry White.
Or maybe if I want to do some chords like it's Christmas time, yes, it is the same one I used back then, and this is it, lie-dee-die-dee-die-dee-dit. Yes, this thing is 27 years old, I think. Yes. And then over here, I have my Yamaha CS5. And it all goes through my Focusrite sound interface, actually partially via this old mixer, into Ableton Live, running on a laptop. Everything you see and hear is done on a laptop. The laptop is both mixing all the audio and doing all the video switching. It's kind of insane what you can do with the laptop these days. It's an Asus, not like a super fancy one, but it's also not the cheapest one. So it's like a mid-range laptop thing from like a year plus ago. And then I have a bunch of control surfaces. So here I have an Akai thingy for like drum pads, and I also use it for triggering things like various dumb effect sounds, and also it does some, I have some drum fill stuff programmed, or I can switch it over to when I just want to program beats, I go into mode 2 there. And then I have the kind of centerpiece here, which is my APC 40, which is very nicely connected to Ableton. It's a control surface built specifically to run Ableton Live. So you have all your clips and loops here, and you can trigger stuff, and you can trigger whole scenes. And I don't know how familiar you are with Ableton Live and the whole session view in Ableton Live, where you can work it and build music like on the fly. And it has a bunch of programmable knobs and stuff. And up here is a funny little thing. This is also like ancient stuff. It's an Akai MM16, which is literally just a MIDI mixer. All it does, it sends MIDI data. It's intended to basically set the volume of 16 synths back in the day, but since Ableton can do basically whatever with whatever MIDI messages, I just map this to things in Ableton, and I can make it do, basically gives me 16 sliders that I can do whatever I want with. And that's actually what I do with the modular. Yes, I do use sounds on the modular, but the knobs on the modular, I also have just MIDI mapped, and they do a million different things like in Ableton. It's like I have 24 knobs that do 25 different things. And then I have on the floor, I have a pedal board. It's a soft step 2 where I can trigger stuff and do things. So this one here is record, and that one is like undo recording and all this kind of stuff. And most of this stuff is from back in the day. The only thing that is new here, that is like, because I was into, as you know, I was into music back in the mp3.com days, and then I kind of got out of music for a while. I didn't do anything for almost 10 years. And then like COVID hit, and I was like, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. And I have all this equipment that has basically been turned off for a decade. And it was all piled in a corner, and I got some extra space, so I decided to unpack some of my old stuff. And it all started totally unplanned. I was sitting in this room with my laptop, and I was running purely virtual synth on Ableton and tiny little control surface keyboard. And I was like, hey, there's a stream program, I can stream that. And I did. And I was like, this was fun, and I can interact with people online, and it's like, woohoo, I'm doing this live show thingamajig. And it was fun. So then I went from like only the laptop with the tiniest keyboard to this madness you're seeing, you know, with the whole thing. And I mean, I'm so mad, I have projectors on the wall, I have smoke machines, and smoke and lasers. I mean, of course I have smoke and lasers. So I can turn on all this stuff happening. And yeah. Of course I have smoke and lasers. Yeah, that's a good point. Although well, it depends. When I was using, let me see, I used to have a different sound card. I have a Focus right now, but I used to have a thing called the M-Audio Fast Track Pro. And I don't think that had a loopback feature, but you know, OBS that I use for streaming, it can use both audio inputs and outputs and stream this. As long as it goes to an output, you can actually get it into the stream. Although it depends on how this output is done in Windows. So I think the output on the Focusrite does not work. The output on the Fast Track Pro did work. But the Focusrite has a loopback, so I can make a loopback, and that works too. But yeah, and you can do it. You know, if you have, there's a thing called, oh God, what is it called again? It's a virtual ASIO thingy. So instead of putting the ASIO driver for your sound card directly in Ableton, you use this in-between software, which can route stuff. So it should be possible. I know I somehow managed it before I had loopback too. But yeah, so here I'm sitting dumb and blonde and Swedish and just do silly stuff. And the thing you know what? One of the things that started this all for me, I saw a video with Andrew Wang, who's one of these like online musician guys, and he was playing with an OP1, which I have an OP1 over there, and he just had that and a looper pedal, and he was like making songs just randomly, And he said, I'm not going to be precious about this. Not going to like put this into Ableton, do a bunch of tweaking and trying to tuning, because the thing that is the huge trick, the huge problem that kills creativity. Imagine you start making a song, and then you get a little bored with it, and when everything is virtual in your computer, you can just save that. You can start a new song, and now that's okay. I'm working on this, and then you get a little bored with it because you end up in tweaking hell. Is the kick drum going to be like this? Am I going to be like, I'm going to mix this? How many compressors and blah blah blah? So you end up with 200 unfinished songs, and that creatively is very hindering, because you want to make something new, but you have 200 unfinished things on your hard disk. But the approach I take now is, we just made a song about freaking helicopters and pizza, right? What I do with that is, I'm going to select all this, and then I hit delete. Boom! Helicopter and pizza song gone forever. And I don't have to bother with it anymore. Yes, it's on the stream. You can go scroll back on the stream and listen to it. It is what it is. It was what it was. This is so liberating creatively. I'm having so much fun doing this. It's just insane. And sometimes I go back and listen to stuff, and I'm like, that ended up kind of cool. I should do a real version of that sometime. I thought that many times. I haven't done actually a real version of anything yet. Yeah, it's kind of a happening art. And there's a bunch of people on Twitch that does this, but just do a bunch of covers, and I think that's so boring. They're great entertainers and stuff, but it's just like, if I want to listen to Sweet Home Alabama, there's a recording on Spotify that does it. But yes, if you're into that, there's a whole bunch of people. But since I can't sing really well at all, you don't want to hear me do Sweet Home Alabama. So I do weird synthy stuff, and I do 10 songs in 12 genres, whatever. It's just, I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. And sometimes there's a bit of a crowd. It's not like I have 1,000 people watching, but there's a few showing up. I have a few regulars. I think Soloido, who just asked the question, is one of my absolutely most faithful viewers. And he actually asked, what's my next purchase? I don't really know. I'm getting to a point where things are working really well, knock on wood. So I don't really have a next purchase planned right now. Maybe something more. Because I have a projector projecting on the wall. Right now it's just projecting an idle image. Normally I do animations and stuff. But the thing is, if I go to the full view, you can clearly see the projection on the wall where it ends. I would maybe want a projector that could fill the entire back wall, for instance. And that would be something I could consider. Because we have this beautiful, I have a Stream Deck, not the 2.0, but there's a Stream Deck right there. So we have this, that's why I asked about recycling, by the way. We have this store in town called Retuna, which is basically a 100% recycling store. So you have the recycling place where you drop off your junk, and right next there is a store, because they basically find everything of the junk that isn't junk and clean it up and fix it and sell it to you. And you can get some insanely cool stuff there. And this projector that I'm using on the wall, I got for like, 50 euro basically, at this recycling place, their computer, or basically electronics department. They found some projectors. They even had some bigger ones, but I just picked a small one. But afterwards I was like, I should have taken the big one instead, but oh, whatever. Yeah. So am I purchasing something? I don't know. I mean, my mindset currently, this house I'm in right now, where this is actually what used to be my mother's house, and I inherited it recently. So my mind is kind of on a bunch of house renovation stuff. So I probably won't be spending much money in this room. It will probably be money spent around this room on this old house I'm in. But anyway, let's make some dumb music. What should the dumb music be about now? Or should we try to make something cool and shut up? A song about the house. Okay? Synths in mind. Currently not really. Because I'm a vintage synth, guys, and those things are pretty expensive. And I have the best one, which is Roland Juno 6. Well, okay, if someone wants to give me a Jupiter 8, I will take it. But like the second-hand price on a Jupiter 8, like, I think it's like $250,000 or something. Like, seriously. It's insane. Or I don't know, I think it was over, yeah, it was 6 figures when I checked what you have to pay for a Jupiter 8. Or maybe it was 5. It was a lot of freaking money, okay. It's not, because, I mean, you can, yeah. I had my Juno 60 for at least 35 years, and I bought it for 300 euros back then from a friend. He was moving out of the country, and it's like, you can have it, you pay what you want, and I gave him 300 euros, or 3,000 Swedish back then, and I still have it. It's worth 10 times that now, but I ain't not selling anything. But then you can just run a virtual one, although I need to be careful with virtual synths too, because this poor laptop, this laptop is like this much from this not working. Actually, if you go back a few weeks in my streams, every stream was like debugging why it wasn't working, and now finally, knock on wood, I can knock on the wood paneling of all my old synths, but yeah, I have it working. But if I put too much strain on the CPU, we start to get crackling and everything breaks, and like the, yeah. This old house that I grew up in, it's the house I'm sitting in right now. This house
where I grew up. This was my old room, you know. This house used to belong to my parents, and eventually just my mom, and my dad passed away. This house is where I was born. This house, we don't know how old this house is exactly, but there's a photo of it from 1904. I can tell you that much anyway. This house and this room I'm in, this used to be my boyhood room. I actually used to have these synths in here before. Yes, these very same synths used to be in this room about 30 years ago, when I was living here with my parents. This house, this house, I grew up here. I grew up in this house. This house, I grew up in this house. This old house, I grew up in here. This house, I grew up in it. This house was where my childhood was back in the day. This house has seen a lot of things fall into play. Lots of love in this house, lots of fun and games. But now it's old and needs some TLC. Little things like the foundation is kinda short. So if I don't fix that up, this house will fall down. The foundation needs love, and then the exterior surfaces do too. This house needs more than duct tape and baling wire. It needs a lot of work so it doesn't fall down. But it's a cozy little house and I like it. I use this as my studio. I use this as my den. I have a whole room which is basically movie room. And I'm actually getting a 75-inch
HDR TV delivered on Friday, which is gonna be cool. This house is not mine to do whatever I want. Gonna try to rescue it and make it a fine home again. This house is gonna be a fine home again. That's the plan. This house gonna see a lot of love again. That wasn't what I played. This house was my life for about 20 years. Now that was 20 years ago. Actually 30, but it might be again. This house, 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 this.
I didn't make it a house song. We should fix that. We should fix that. We should fix that. Ta-da. Thank you guys for the suggestion.
That was fun to do. Ah, yeah, I'm getting kind of zoned. It's late. We need to go to sleep song, and then I need to go to sleep. You're curious, okay? What are you curious about now? Yeah. Well, we can add some house beats now. I might need a different drum kit for that. Just drop in a standard 909. See what happens. Wait, what? No. 'cause we're into the dancing territory now. What could possibly go wrong?
This is house.
No, my friends, I need to go to bed. It's late. I have things to do in the morrow. Thank you all for listening, and I will have to chill this out. Good night. And thank you for telling me what's happening in my own freaking town. That was interesting. I missed that completely. But it might explain that weird police sighting I did. But it was strange. They were just standing there looking over a hill. And I don't know why. But anyway, Zap's gonna tune out now. It's dark and darkness is dark. Catch me on next stream whenever that is. You follow on Twitch and you subscribe on YouTube and you hit buttons on things and something will probably show up somewhere. In theory. You need to do that. You need to be keeping me on top of all the pizza crime. And you know what the comedy with all this is? We actually have as a running joke. Once I made a song about helicopters, and it's been a running joke that I'm not allowed to make songs about helicopters anymore because I made a few. And today I had to make a song about helicopters and pizza. That's the first. Anyway. Zap tuning out now. Good night. I'll send my regards. Good night.